Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. We finally have it here. Someone who could actually potentially knock out Jake Paul. Now, up until this point, Jake Paul hasn't really fought anyone who is as dangerous as Mike Perry with actual knockout power and the ability to also take a shot. Of course, Jake Paul has fought people like Tyron Woodley, Nate Diaz, Anderson Silva, Tommy Fury, and a few others, but they were either way past their prime or possessed no threatening knockout power like Mike Perry. With Mike Perry, he actually holds a good chance of giving Jake Paul another loss on his record because one, he's still an active fighter with 5 wins in a row in bare knuckle. He's also still young at age 32, and he also has that dog in him. Out of all the retired MMA fighters that Jake has strategically picked to have an upper hand, Mike Perry definitely is the biggest challenge for him, and Mike Perry also has the highest chance of knocking Jake out. Now, I'm not saying that this will be an easy win for Mike Perry. In fact, I do think that this will be a very competitive fight. Jake has really improved as a boxer and proves to us that he can definitely go the distance. And a lot of people are picking Jake to win this fight, and I do believe he's the favorite in this matchup at minus 425. While Mike Perry is the underdog at plus 300. But to be honest, I don't think that Mike Perry should be this big of an underdog. While Jake is definitely the more technically sound boxer, Mike Perry has more overall fight experience and definitely can take a shot and give one back even harder. Mike Perry is like a pit bull. He doesn't have any quit in him. You would need to sleep this man out cold in order to stop him from coming forward. And if you look back at the Nate Diaz fight versus Jake Paul, Nate Diaz actually had a lot of success with this forward pressure. Although he ate loads of shots and got knocked down, he was still able to get to Jake and land some good shots of his own. And this is exactly what Mike Perry needs to do. Pressure Jake, walk forward, and make this fight a dogfight. I don't think Mike has a chin like Nate Diaz, but we've seen time and time again Mike Perry absolutely eating shots in bare knuckle, but still keeps coming forward and bringing out that dog in him. Mike Perry needs to make this fight ugly and really put the pressure on Jake, because if he fights at a distance, fights a more technical fight, Jake will in fact outbox him and pick him apart. I do think that Jake is the more technical boxer and also has a longer reach and weight advantage, so that is why it is so important that Mike Perry needs to get in close and do what he does best. I really like this matchup much more than Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I think Mike Perry is definitely a much more competitive fight for Jake Paul and should definitely last a lot longer. I mean, Mike Tyson is pushing near 60 while Jake is like 26 or something. There's a video of Mike Tyson having to walk around with a cane. I don't know who on Mike Tyson's team thought that this would be a good fight and a good matchup. I'm actually really happy that this fight didn't happen because I think it would be a really sad night to see a boxing hero legend get knocked out by Jake Paul. I know a lot of people are picking Jake Paul to win this fight, but I'm going with Mike Perry by a left hook knockout. I think Jake Paul drops his hand way too often, and I think Mike Perry does have the skills and capabilities to put his lights out. So Mike Perry by a left hook KO. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one.